Hello, everyone, and I have such an amazing treat today. My really good friend Carol Evans has come to join us to share her wisdom, her knowledge, and an amazing offer she has for you at the end of the year and the beginning of the next one that will help you exponentialize your business like amazingly. I will allow Carol, and I'll invite Carol to introduce herself because she knows what she does far better than I do. Carol, please tell our listeners what your incredible business is all about.
Hi everyone, hi Janine, and thank you so much for inviting me today. Well, I'm Carol Evans, as Janine has told you, and I basically work with businesses, small and medium businesses and entrepreneurs, and I help them basically get over the challenges that they're facing in business so they can expand to the next level and the next level really successfully. I'm really focused on helping people to get the skills to really master their businesses so they can be successful. I'm just truly passionate about this because there are just so many businesses that fail, and in my opinion they just don't need to. So yeah, I basically take each business as an individual business, and I work with them to help them find the best way forward for them so they can make lots of money and create an environment that is amazing to work in, but also that it allows them to build the life that they want to build, make a difference, and give opportunities to other people.
That is amazing. Now, Carol, we were chatting the other day about where mindset fits in, where structure fits in, and what the basic foundations are. And you had so many incredible nuggets of gold. Can you please share just one or two of the reasons you have seen that would help businesses succeed rather than plummet off the cliff into the depths of the unknown?
Oh, well, there's lots of reasons, and as you say, like just a couple off the top of my head is that strategy and vision and framework are absolutely essential, in my opinion, and planning, if you're going to be as successful as you possibly can, if you can realize your real true potential. And that, of course, all starts with the fact that you need to believe that you can do this, that you've carried out the research, that you know that what you want to deliver, people want to pay for, first of all.
Yeah.
Because we can all come up with lots of ideas of great things that people just wouldn't pay for at the end of the day. So yeah, it's really important to make sure of that. And I absolutely strongly recommend that people really identify what is their burning passion in life. And I don't mean what is their hobby. I mean, what is it that really lights them up? What is it that you do that when you do it, you just lose all track of time? That's what I'm talking about. It's the stuff that makes your heart sing. It's the stuff that makes you feel energized when you're doing it. Find what your passion is, find what your purpose is. How are you meant to serve others? And then let's look and see how you can make profit. And so when you look at all that, then think to yourself, okay, what do I want? How do I envision my life in, say, 5 years? How do I want to be living? This is really key to me because it's not just about business, it's how I want to live my life. You know, so think about how you want to live your life. What kind of life do you want? And what does that mean your business needs to deliver for you?
Yes.
So where do you want your business to be? And then work back. Set a vision really specifically. What year do you want this by? You know, because you can't hit a moving target. And then work backwards. And the beauty of working backwards is that you end up taking far bigger steps than you would do if you were standing at this point and you're looking forward. Because when you look forward, you tend to take tiny steps that are within your comfort zone. Whereas when you've got something to aim for, first of all, decisions are much more quick to make. You are absolutely sure about what you've got to do. So you end up taking a lot more action, and you end up realizing those dreams a lot more quickly than you ever thought you possibly could.
That is incredible. You also brought up a very important point that I have come to learn about mindset in business is people suffer from fear of missing out, FOMO. And when they have no idea of what their focus is, what their vision is, they will run down every single rabbit path. Where have you experienced this when working with clients, and what has your solution been to help them?
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I refer to them as being a paint splatter, believe it or not, which doesn't sound very attractive, but it kind of sums up what you've said, which is the fact that without that real clear vision, there is so much noise, particularly at the minute in terms of social media and the internet, with people stepping up and saying, oh, you must do this, you must do that, you must do the other. And so if you don't have that real clear vision of where you're going and you haven't set your own roadmap to get there, it's so intoxicating just to be taken in by all these people and to look and see what your best business friend is doing, you know, and you think, oh yeah, I'll try that. And freebies everywhere. You know, I tried a little bit of this, I tried a little bit of that. And so you end up, as I say, just being like a paint splatter. You're kind of taking a little bit here, a little bit there, and you're just going all over the place rather than laser focused towards where you want to go. So yeah, so when clients do that to me, I just help them to really focus in on what it is they want. Now you can change this along the way, obviously, as you experience different things, but it's about just having that laser, getting excited about what you're doing for you and making sure that it is for you and that you're not doing what you think you should be doing or what somebody else wants you to be doing, that this is about sparking joy in you and getting excited about what you can achieve and sticking to that path.
Oh, that is amazing. Now, we were discussing one or two things around, I'm thinking the most diplomatic way of putting it, around people mistaking money coming in as profit. What are your thoughts and feelings around this? Because people have a mindset of, well, if the money's in my account, I can spend it. What have you experienced with this?
Well, of course, it's easy to think when you first set up in business that money coming in is like your net salary coming in. But of course it's not, because you end up with lots of costs. You know, there's your gross costs that you have to pay out in terms of making what you're selling. So whether it's a product, it could be all the raw materials that are going into there, the bottles you might have to put products in or whatever. But if you're a chef, then it's obviously all your food that you're bringing in. But then underneath all that, you've got the cost of advertising. And a lot of business owners say to me, oh, I can't afford to spend money. I want to just get people in free by using social media. Well, your time has a cost too. And in fact, there is absolutely nothing more valuable in your business than you and your time. So you should place the highest cost on anything you personally do and make sure it's reserved to doing the things that you do best. But yeah, so underneath all of those gross costs, you've then got all of your electricity. Even if you work from home, you are paying to put power into your computer. You know, you are paying for a telephone, you're paying bank charges. You know, I was looking even at the cost of PayPal, for instance, you know, trying to make online payments as simple as possible. But, you know, that 3.2% plus a 50 pence charge per transaction works out to be a fair chunk of money that you've got to account for in every transaction. You know, and cost of people helping you, you know, that you shouldn't be planning on doing everything yourself in your business. Delegate all the things that somebody else could do as quickly as possible. So yeah, so the key is to really work out what are the fixed costs in your business. And you know you've got to pay those, and then work out what are the gross costs. So what does it cost to actually make the thing that you're selling? Because the more you sell, the more that cost will go up. Whereas your overheads, your fixed costs, they are likely to stay the same. So you know there's a minimum amount of money you need to earn each period. So I don't know whether this is getting too complicated or not.
Yeah. You see, I enjoy what you're saying there, because many people ignore that. And it's not just that they ignore it, their financial team, most times they forget to have a financial team. But I know that when my accountant sat me down and said to me, gave me the ratio between the discount and the actual cost of discounting, let me tell you, I had to shift my mindset quite rapidly around that. That information was the catalyst that helped me to, number one, increase my prices, and number two, stop giving discounts, because the actual cost of it, I mean, I mostly got the figures wrong now, but it was about, for every 3%, there's a 42 to 62% cost for every 3% to 5% discount you give. And I went, what? And when they explained it to me, it was quite interesting. Now, I come from quite a spiritual background where people feel you just draw people to you. So I love what you said there about, yes, you can sit and draw people to you, you can magnetize people to you. Ultimately, there's still a cost to advertising, whether it's your VA, your landing pages, or whatever. What are your feelings about that?
Or your time.
And your time, yes.
Your absolute time. And I do believe that we can all energetically draw people towards us. You know, people are attracted by our vibe, and it's really important that we keep our vibe high and positive. It's really difficult to do that when you're struggling financially. You know, it really is, because it's okay to keep your vibe high when things are going well, but when you're struggling, and you will struggle if you don't keep your eye on your costs, because you only need to have one if you're not aware of all these costs that are going on underneath the surface. And you know, you're dead right that, again, we all have a tendency to think, oh, we should discount that. We should discount that because it will help that other person. But we're helping that person by holding on to our pricing, by giving more value, but holding on to our prices, because that encourages them to do the same. And the more money we make, the more money we create, is all the energy that is the exchange rate across the world.
Yes.
And so, you know, basically what we're doing is we're using this form of currency to exchange our value. And every time we do that, and we value ourselves correctly and fairly, we are providing more opportunities for more and more people across the world.
I love that. And I've definitely experienced that when I have my baseline quota of clients, I'm then able to mentor and help newbies and startups. So I had to really look at, am I spending more time with people who aren't paying me, or more time with people who can pay me, so I can help those. So that has been a very interesting perspective and shift and change. Now we get to the fun side. Carol, you look at organizing wonderful retreats. Please share what you have in mind for, first of all, helping people get their year started, finished and started. And then what is your vision long-term for high-end retreats? Or is it high-end retreats? I'm not sure of the correct terminology.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I have a range of retreats planned. I absolutely love travel. I think it is so important to get out of our day-to-day environment, you know, where we're kind of, our regime is so structured generally that it's really difficult for us to get creative in looking at our businesses, because of all the constraints that are around us. You know, it's really difficult for us to think outside of the box. So when we step out of that environment and we go somewhere, and particularly if we go there on our own as a business person, we can think in a freer way, and we can put ourselves into an environment that stimulates us, plus amongst a group of like-minded people, where positivity, high vibes, and also remember, we are so used to telling ourselves stories,
Mm-hmm.
lies
Mm-hmm.
about why we can't do things, why
Mm-hmm.
we have to play small, why we won't succeed, why we're more likely to fail, that when we put ourselves in a group of strangers but like-minded people, they will see things in us that we don't see ourselves. And so it helps us to embrace that next stage of business and leveling up. So what I'm starting off with is a one-day retreat that is in a most beautiful, beautiful location. It is local to me here in Worcestershire, in the middle of England, very close to our motorway network, so really easy to get to, but in acres of beautiful, beautiful countryside, very unique building. And here I'm going to be providing workshops to help people, and it's called Unapologetically Me. And this is all about creating your vision. It's all about saying, what is it that I truly want? What is it that lights me up? What is it that sparks joy in me? And then identifying what are the real reasons, what are the real challenges that are stopping me from getting there? Dealing with those, putting them away, and then creating a roadmap that's going to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. Then, after some light lunch and a little bit of fizz, we are going to move on to a photography lesson. Now, this is really important, because from being somebody who absolutely hated being in front of the camera, it is so important to get your face seen, to get your face known, to be the face behind the voice, behind the business. And so with my internationally renowned award-winning photographer, he is going to teach everybody how to pose, how to take great quality photos, how to take selfies even, how to instruct other people, your husband, your son, how to take photos of you, also how to do product shots. So if you're not in the service business, how to lay things out so that they're attractive, they're appealing. Mm-hmm. Images can sell your services, can sell your products. People buy with their hearts first, and then they use their brains to justify the purpose. An image can create all the desire, all the appeal that you need in order to get people to think, yeah, I really want that. That's the person I want to work with, or that's the product I want to buy. It's so important. So we focus absolutely on creating images that sell. My photographer will also take a photo of everybody individually, so they'll go away with an amazing quality professional headshot that they can use straight away on their websites. And to end the day, we'll have an amazing question and answer session where people can just pick my brains. I've been in business all of my life. I have worked with very tiny family firms right up to firms taking tens of millions. Mm-hmm. So it's people's opportunities to really pick my brains on their own individual businesses. And of course, we'll end with a glass of fizz just to celebrate the fact that the transformation that everybody's made. So that is that day, and it's happening here on the 1st of December, and then I'm running it again on the 17th of January. So the idea being that it is a perfect start to make sure that 2023 is your best year yet.
Oh, awesome. That is so exciting. Absolutely. That is inspiring. So people will drop the link to the landing pages and all those things in the show notes, and get in touch with Carol. Even if you are off the British Isles, make sure you even come and spend time just taking care of yourself for a few days. Take that break away from being in business to working on your business and connect with Carol. Now, Carol, you mentioned something that I truly enjoy. Carol is an ardent photographer. What does your photography give you from a personal perspective, a joy perspective, as well as a business perspective?
Okay, I absolutely love and adore photography. One of the things that photography has truly, truly given to me is the art of patience. You know, that I'm so I get triggered when I see, I'm a landscape photographer and seascape photographer primarily. And I get triggered when I see a beautiful scene. I love light, so I'm particularly interested in sunrise and sunset and how beautiful the light is then. And it excites me and I just want to capture it. So I want to communicate what I feel when I see that scene, but you can't just get your camera out and take it. You've got to walk around, you've got to look for the best place to stand. And then you've got to look at the scene in front of you and you've got to think, what do I want to include in this image? What should I leave out? How far should I zoom in? And what should I focus on? And interestingly enough, that I'm naturally a very impatient person, that I want to do things and I want to do things now. So photography has really helped me to slow down and really focus. So yeah, it's helped me with my patience. But it's also helped me with my creativity. And I'm a very creative person naturally. You know, I started off with music and dancing, and now this is just another art form really that I'm trying to master. But just what I've said about taking a photo, it's the same as in business. Yes. You know, you have to really focus on what it is that you are selling, what it is that you are delivering, and decide what is in your frame and what to leave out. So it's very similar to me taking a photo than it is creating a framework for business.
I love that. That is just so powerful. So Carol, the last question is, if you had one catalyst that shifted your mindset from thinking small to thinking and playing big, what would that be?
One catalyst, gosh, I guess that you have to truly find what it is that lights you up, and you've got to believe that you deserve it, believe that you are worth it, and you can do it, and yeah, not lose sight of it, really, not lose sight of it. Know that whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve. You're only limited by your own thoughts, and your thoughts aren't really real, you know. So yeah, focus on what it is that you want for you. Keep it in your own mind all the time. Don't lose sight of it, and take personal responsibility. Nobody's going to give this to you. No, you know, you have to take responsibility. You have to take action. You know, we can all be, there's so much around us that can inspire and motivate us, but it's action that gives us confidence, and action that takes us closer to what we want.
That is so true. So Carol, where can people find you on social media?
On social media, I'm on Instagram in a lot of places. So I have on Instagram, I am Carol Evans. I am also Planet Peacock Club. And I'm also business photography and videos. So you can find me in all those three places. On Facebook, I have a group called Fabulous Females in Business and a page called Consultancy and Coaching. And I'm also on LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter.
Awesome. So people come and find where Carol is, connect with her, and learn how to make sure your business moves beyond becoming a statistic and diving off a cliff into soaring into the sky, taking you wherever you choose to go. Thank you, Carol. I so appreciate you being here today.
And thank you, Janine. It's been a great pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.